Hi everyone, I'm Bex from Planner UK on Instagram, and today I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about a Japanese planner that I am trying out for the first time in 2020. It's called the Biz Grid, and I think I am going to really like using it this year as my work and functional planner, because the weeks that I was using just wasn't large enough for what I need. So I was considering buying a Hobonichi Cousin, but I found this, which was a much cheaper alternative, and actually I think will work much better for me. So I'm just going to give a quick review and talk through the different features and how I'm going to use it. So there are different colours available. It has this kind of faux leather cover, which actually feels quite nice and soft. Mine is like a navy blue colour with a little 2020 embossed in silver on the front, and it has the two kind of ribbons, the quite thin ribbons, and it does have the pen loop on the side, which is fine for my fountain pen, although I do have to insert it upside down because otherwise it sticks out too far, because it has a large lid on it. So as you would expect, you've got the calendars at the front for 2020, 2021, 2022, and it then is quite similar in many ways to the Hobonichi Cousin. So you have like a yearly schedule here, which I think will be quite useful for me to maybe put in key dates, such as birthdays, school holidays, and so forth. So the monthly layout is very similar to the Hobonichi Cousin. It just has a small section for notes here, but otherwise it does fill up the page, and it does have a reminder of the calendar month in the corner. It does start from November in terms of the monthlies and in terms of the weeklies as well, so it's great that you can start using this already. If you did want to order one, you would be able to start using it right away. And the monthlies go through to January 2021. This is one thing that I really love about it. It has this Gantt Chart type section which starts from November, and so for each month you have this section to use as you wish. So whether you want to use it for tracking or for project planning and so forth. Project planning is probably how I will use it, but I have initially just started using it throughout December to kind of track my new, obviously, YouTube channel and kind of views and subscribers and Instagram followers and so forth. So it could be used in either way. As I say, because this is my work and functional planner, I probably will I might even use it as a bit of both, but the project planning could be really useful. So that's what really stood out to me. In terms of the paper, I should mention as well, it's like a creamy colour. It's not Tomoe River paper, unfortunately, but it does work well with fountain pens. As you can see, generally I only write in fountain pens, so you can see that it works really well. It hasn't ghosted through to the other side. It seems to dry quite well as well and not smudge too much. So currently I'm on maternity leave, so my planner isn't as full as it would normally be if I was at work. However, I have found it really useful, and I have been testing out the layout. So the way that I'm going to use it, it has this hourly layout down the centre. So I will mark out different appointments and things like you would in a Hobonichi Cousin. At the top, I use the Ivy Lee method, which really works well for me. So the Ivy Lee method basically gets you to think about your top priority 6 maximum tasks that you need to complete each day. So at the end of one day, you then think about the 6 tasks that you need to complete the next day. Anything that you don't complete moves over and becomes a priority for the next day, and it really helps you focus. So I use the bullet journal method, the old school bullet journal method, where it's actually a box that I colour in. That's how I like to do it, and this works really well. So having the daily tasks, the tasks that must be done on that day, and then any weekly tasks I add down the side. If I need any extra note space or to record any other tasks, then that can go down at the bottom. So I've only got a few example pages. As I say, this is my functional work planner. It's not at all pretty. It's going to be my workhorse. I'm going to carry it around with me if I go to meetings and so forth. Otherwise, it will be with me on my desk. So I think the layout works really well. And after the weeklies, it then goes into some notes pages, which is really helpful. So they're not dated, it's not daily pages like you would get in the Hobonichi Cousin, but it's just grid pages. I think there's 60 grid pages just to record notes and so forth. Now each page is numbered, and it's quite nice as well. It has, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it has kind of larger dots to help kind of break up the space. I'm not sure if you can even see that, but it works nicely. And then at the back, it's quite pretty. I'm not sure how useful it will be if you don't live in Japan, but it has kind of maps of the, I think, rail or tram network and so forth. So, you know, it's quite jolly. So these are some pen tests that I did using my different fountain pens, including my flex pen and so forth. And like you can see, it doesn't really go through. The paper seems quite thin, but it's obviously quite robust. It's quite smooth, and all the pens that I tried worked quite well. Even the sheen came through. Definitely not like it would on Tomoe River paper, which is obviously my favourite paper of all time, but I'm very happy with it. And I think in terms of using a planner on a daily basis and, you know, using this as my workhorse, it will work really, really well. So I will leave a link down below in terms of if you want to order the planner. It wasn't very expensive. Again, I'll put down below how much I paid for it. I'll work out at the current exchange rate how much that was, but I don't remember it being very expensive at all. There are different layouts and different colours available. To order it through Amazon Japan, it is really easy. You can go to Amazon Japan and change it to English. You do have to set up a new account if you want to order from the UK. Your UK Amazon account will not work on the Japanese site, but it doesn't take long, as you can imagine, to set up an account. And like I say, for it to be delivered within kind of 3 working days, I think is absolutely fantastic. The other good thing about ordering from Amazon Japan is that you won't get any customs shocks. Basically, any customs, any duties that are due are paid at the time of purchase, so you won't have any nasty surprises, as quite a lot of people get when they order from America or from the Hobonichi store. I ordered this alongside my Hobonichi Sneaker Mega Weeks and my Hobonichi Cousin as well, so the package came really quickly. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. There's not much out there on the internet in terms of reviewing the Biz Grid. I'm not aware of that many people that are using it. So I'm really interested to see how it goes. Like I say, when I'm off maternity leave, I will obviously continue to use it, and it will be a lot busier than the kind of example pages that I've shown you. So I will look forward to giving you an update maybe in a few months how I'm using it. And if you have a Biz Grid, I would love to know what you think of it, how you're using it, and if you think it's a good purchase. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoy planner and stationery related content, then please do subscribe to my channel and do follow me on Instagram. My Instagram account is Planner UK. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.